Welcome my dear listeners, stay with me to get the spoilers first and subscribe to the channel. Let's find out what's going to happen on YNR. Malcolm finds out the truth. His secret child is already living in Genoa city. The young and the restless is getting ready to drop a family bombshell that could hurt Malcolm Winters in the worst way possible. Malcolm comes back to Genoa city with a secret and Dr. Stephanie Simmons comes with one of her own. According to the latest spoiler news, the most popular rumor going around right now is that Stephanie might say she used to have Malcolm's child and that the son he never knew about is already in town, possibly Holden Novak. If that's true, Malcolm's whole world will change in one conversation. The setup is already full of feelings. In the April 7 episode, Malcolm comes home with a secret of his own, and Stephanie shows up in Genoa city without warning. This makes it clear that the two returns are not separate stories at all. Spoilers say that Malcolm and Stephanie have an emotional reunion on April 8, and that's when the truth really starts to come out. This doesn't sound like a casual catch-up between old flames. It is being presented as a life-changing event. Malcolm's secret is already serious before Stephanie even says anything, which is that makes the story so interesting. Malcolm tells the truth about his aplastic anemia and that he needs a bone marrow transplant in one day ahead recap. What makes his return even more important right away, because the reunion is no longer just about old feelings or buried story. It has to do with staying alive. Malcolm is back in own town because he needs help, and the woman who has been hiding the truth about his past for years may be the one who shocks him the most. Stephanie's arrival adds fuel to the emotional fire. The recap says that she comes to warn Holden and tell him the truth about his father. Another spoiler report says that during the week of April 6 to 10, she makes a big confession that could change history. People are saying that Stephanie was pregnant with Malcolm's child when they were dating in mid-90s, and that child grew up to be Holden. There is no proof in the spoiler trail that this is true yet, but it is clearly the most shocking way to look at the clues. That's why the praise his secret child is already in Genoa city hits so hard. If Holden is Malcolm's son, then the truth isn't far away. It's already in the city talking to the people Malcolm knows and feeling the same things as them. The spoilers have shown that Holden has a secret past, especially with Audra Charles, which means that the reveal won't just be about who his parents are. It would be about who you are, who you can trust, and a life story that might have been wrong from the start. The chance also changes how Malcolm thinks about the people around him. As a father, brother, and emotional anchor, he has always been connected to Lily Winters. The latest spoilers say that he will lean on Lily as his health crisis gets worse. But if Holden is his son, Lily becomes part of the story in a new way because she would be connected to both Malcolm's present and the child he never knew he had. That would make her both a trusted friend and a witness to a family secret that could spread through the Winters family. Holden may not want to know this truth either. The spoiler trail suggests that Stephanie is coming to tell him about his father. The rumor version of the story says that Holden may have been adopted or raised without knowing who his real parents were. If that's the case, the reveal could be loss for him as well as a gain. He would not only learn who his real parents are, but he would also have to rethink everything he thought he knew about where he came from and who he was supposed to be. This arc's soap power comes from the emotional pressure it puts on people. Malcolm is coming back weak, scared, and in need of help. Stephanie comes with a secret that has been hidden for years. Holden is already in Genoa city, already caught up in other secrets and ready for a revelation that will change his life. And as soon as all three meet, the truth cannot be kept a secret. The show is putting this together like a chain of dominoes, with Malcolm's health crisis bringing the past into the present and revealing the secret child. The way the spoilers are written even hints at the emotional explosion instead of a neat reveal. Stephanie tells Malcolm in one preview line that there is something she needs to tell him that could change everything. Malcolm's first reaction is shock. Another summary says that Malcolm will be shocked and go to Lily after hearing what Stephanie has to say. That doesn't seem like a harmless twist. This is what a man sounds like when he is about to find out that the life he thought he lived is missing a whole chapter. If the show does confirm that Holden is Malcolm's son, it will have huge effects on everyone who is close to him. Holden would be Malcolm's secret child. Stephanie would have to keep a lie that had been going on for decades, and Lily would be at the center of another shocking event in the Winters family. It would also explain why the show is treating Malcolm and Stephanie's return as a short, powerful mini-story instead of a long arc. It doesn't take months for a reveal this big to happen. It only needs one terrible scene and the right people to be in the room when it happens. When fans hear that Malcolm learns the truth and his secret child is already in Genoa City, the best way to understand that is, as the spoilers say, not as a fact that has been confirmed, but the clues are strong, the timing is right, and the emotional logic makes sense. Malcolm is not well, Stephanie has returned, Holden is in town, and finally the past is catching up with all of them at once. If the rumor is true, Malcolm won't just be shocked by the truth, he will be looking at his own lost son across the table in Genoa City, not knowing that the answer was right in front of him the whole time. Malcolm is dying and needs a bone marrow donor. On April 7, The Young and the Restless shows that Malcolm Winters will tell Lily Winters about a health crisis while Dr. Stephanie Simmons gets ready to tell Holden Novak a secret. An employee on Kane Ashby's train will bring him a terrible financial report that shows Arabesque has nothing left. Ken will decide to take what other people have built instead, even if it means kidnapping someone for money, since that's how people do business in Genoa City. Ken will fire an employee right away if they refuse to do something illegal. Lily Winters will run into Devon Winters and Ned Hastings at the GCSE, but she won't be able to eat with them because she has to meet someone. Devon will hope it's not Ken, but then Malcolm will come in for a short family reunion. Malcolm will say hello to everyone and then ask to talk to Lily alone. He will then take her to the jazz lounge. That will make Devon and Ned wonder what's going on. Ken will make it clear that he isn't going anywhere when he gets there, even though Devon wants him to leave town. Ken will still have big plans for Genoa City, but Devon will promise to come after him personally if any of those plans involve Lily or his family. Ken will make it clear, though, that he doesn't want anything to do with Lily or her family business. After Malcolm gets strength from Neil Winter's painting, he will tell Lily that he has aplastic anemia and needs a bone marrow transplant. Lily will be thankful for the chance to possibly save Malcolm's life because she felt powerless when Neil died. Malcolm and Lily will keep his condition a secret from Devon and Ned for now. Malcolm will also be able to tell Ken to stay away and let him know that no one wants him around. She will make a business deal in Phyllis Summers' office and then brag about it to Lauren Fanmore Bladwin over the phone. Before going to the athletic club, Phyllis will tell Lauren they don't need anyone else. Phyllis will talk to Malcolm for a short time, then she will push Kane's buttons and think that he is staying in Genoa City to get back at her, Lily and Victor Newman. Holden will read a text from his mom at Crimson Lights and says she is running late and is on her way. Audra Charles will show up and start another fight with Holden about Claire Newman not long after. Audra will get scary and say that she will make Holden's life miserable if he tells Claire the whole truth about Los Angeles. Stephanie will come in and demand answers from the woman who is threatening her son. Holden will smooth things over and tell them to just play around like this. Eventually, Audra will reach out her hand to Stephanie. At first, Stephanie won't want want to, but she will eventually calm down. When Stephanie is alone with Holden, she will make it clear that she doesn't like or trust Audra. Holden will worry that she is about Stephanie's health when they finally talk about why she came. Stephanie will say that isn't it, but she will have something to tell Holden that will change everything for him. As Stephanie gets braver on Tuesday's YNR episode, she will tell Holden that it's time for him to learn the truth about his father. Spoilers for The Young and the Restless say that Holden has some shocking news coming up, so stay tuned. And this is where the story stops being about secrets and start being about identity, because in The Young and the Restless, the most painful truth isn't what was hidden, it's what was lost. What really hits me here is this: Malcolm isn't just facing a health crisis, he is facing a lifetime he didn't get to live. And in my opinion, that kind of emotional shock changes a man forever.